young adults who took high doses of vitamin B6 supplements for a month reported feeling less anxious and depressed. And they didn't do just B6. They did B6 and B12. And the amount there was 300 participants. Where was it here? Yes, the amount they took was 50 times the recommended daily dose. So the FDA says you need to have this much in your daily diet, and they took 50 times that amount in the form of a supplement. So that's an interesting point. The amount you're recommended to get in your normal diet may not be quite sufficient for
the recommended dietary allowances are tough. I mean, a lot of them are essentially meant to stave off, severe deficiencies.
You won't get scurvy.
Let alone therapeutic effect.
Okay.
So I mean, you've got people with documented low vitamin D. They're at 17. They're going to be taking 1,000 times, the RDA.
Got it.
And, it's prescribed by doctors, et cetera, as well. So I looked up specifically B6 is 1.6 milligrams is the RDA. And so 50 times that would be 80 milligrams. I saw in the study they used 100.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. And our products typically carry in the comprehensive, our coenzyme Bs and daily essentials have 50.
Okay.
So we're
getting you that direction.
Yes, we're getting you that direction. Again, 50 compared to 1.6. You get the question a lot. Why does it say it's 3,900 times the RDA? Yeah. Because you're looking for a therapeutic effect. And again, there's science behind this. This is a new study that's saying maybe 100 is the way to go. We've long been at 50, which is still way, way above, an RDA.
That makes sense.
And again, I think the other critical thing is there's plenty of things that you can get from food. And we are very pro supplement, but there's a lot of things you can get enough of from your diet if you're eating right. 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams of B6 is not one of those. What
has B6 in it? Do we know?
Tuna.
I mean, obviously we know tuna.
Chickpeas, fruits, vegetables,
leafy greens. So it's out there. You can get it in a lot of things, but a therapeutic amount of B6, you'd be eating a lot of tuna.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I thought was really interesting is I went into the study itself, and it gets really technical about how they tested the way GABA interacts in the visual cortex. So they did basically visual tests to measure GABA. This was not, I'm less anxious.
Okay.
And they compared the B12 to the B6 to a placebo, to all three. And B6 made a significant difference in documented visual contrast, visual testing, GABA levels.
So what is that? How does that work? When you say visual testing, are they watching like eye movement?
Super complicated. I mean, some of the terms in here: binocular rivalry, visual contrast sensitivity, and surround suppression. I mean, it's even like,
wow.
Yeah, I think it's beyond the main point I got was they're testing it empirically, not subjectively.
Yeah.
And that they've used Xanax, which is an extremely powerful, GABA acting drug that's used for anxiety, which is, GABA is mostly linked towards anxiety and calming inhibitory effect in the brain. And they see these effects. So they can see somebody on Xanax or not. They see these elevated GABA levels via these same tests.
Oh, okay.
So we know Xanax works for increased GABA. It comes with a lot of baggage, but so to see that B6 was able to get, they didn't compare
it's not the same effect.
Yes, but that there was an effect that was measurable.
Measurable effect. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. That makes sense.
So I guess it still sounds like it's still very mechanistic in nature then. Right?
How do you mean?
Like it's still not like there's the clinical correlate is still not there, right? Because we don't even know for certain like Xanax works as well as it does because of specifically those tests. So there's always that clinical cloud.
It's a black box
that we think we know.
We know we put in X and we get out Y. We don't know what happens in the middle.
Yes.
Fully, but we think we know.
Right. So I guess I think this is like massively important for the next study, right?
Right. Which is the idea. This is all supposed to build on itself. We increase our knowledge base over time.
Yes.
This is fantastic. And knowing that, especially for young people, if you are feeling a little blue or having some anxiety, start making sure you are getting your daily supplements, your B6 in particular, and see if that doesn't help.
B6 is definitely not going to hurt anything.
Right. Very cool. That's exciting. I like good news like that.